two players who like the big occasion and usually perform on it. Neither really too troubled this afternoon in their respective matches. Head-to-head favours Trump. 12
frame.
wins to 9.
Judd Trump to break.
Yeah, this would grace any final, this pairing. Interesting to see how Shaun plays tonight, because obviously Judd's had all the success recently, all the attention, and just if you're another one of the best players in the world, you just like it sometimes can give you that extra little edge to try and prove something, raise your game even more. But Judd Trump is in a wonderful place at the moment in terms of confidence in himself. Well, he started this afternoon's match with a wonderful long pot, and that was even better. And I think he's on the black. Stunning shot to kick off the evening.
Yeah, you were interviewing Judd and asking about, world titles. Shaun Murphy's beaten him twice at the Crucible. He's beaten at the Masters. He's beaten him at the UK Championship. So in the real big events, he has had the beating of Trump.
9.
Of course, Murphy had his purple patch and then some last season when he won the Players and the Tour Championships. He actually won the first event of this season, the Championship League, but that was back in July. Been a little quieter since.
Yeah, arguably they both should have won more world titles, but a small matter of the likes of Higgins, Williams, O'Sullivan have been around at the same time, so not easy to win the biggest event.
70.
In terms of talent, I could easily have won more.
Shaun Murphy just looking to lay down a marker early on. He's potted the long red. Looking now to press on, get the frame won in one visit, show Trump how much he's up for this tonight.
And
just while he's going about his business here, the original champion of champions, there was an event held, well, firstly in 1978. It was won by Ray Reardon, the 6 times world champion, who's now 91. And today at St Anne's Snooker Club in Torquay, Ray made a century break. How about that? At the age of 91, Ray Reardon made a 100 break.
The arc on the cue ball
32.
took effect, well, too late really. Watch the cue ball. It just goes out and then it tries to come back into the reds, just not in time. Still in a red to left middle.
Three. $38. 39.
It looks like this is the last open red. Can't see any more that are available, so you could play for the
44.
pink to left corner, which would leave another red to right corner. So not necessarily have to have an angle in a colour to go into the main bunch yet.
$45. 51. $52.
So this is the shot which will probably decide if Shaun is going to win the frame at this visit into the bunch. Can he land on a red? Well, not ideally. I think he's on a red to the far left corner. But
59.
he'd been hoping for something a little bit easier than this. And not the best angle to get nicely on the next colour. May have to screw on and off the cushion here for the black. Yeah, it's just doing so well.
Yeah, from what we've seen so far, he's unlikely, I think, to be swapping cues for frame 2. This is
67.
about as good as you can start a match. Long red, and now this is frame ball.
68.
Yeah, as I said earlier, the top players, they kind of don't like to see the other players getting all the attention, all the success, so when they come up against them, if anything they're worth their salt, we'll want to try and
75.
sort of show that I'm better than you. You won all these events, but I'm here to beat you. So you raise your game.
76.
That looks supremely confident.
$83. 84. $91. 92.
Well, this is a heavyweight boxing match. Shaun Murphy's definitely dealt the first blow here. It wasn't the worst break-off from Judd Trump. So this has been the result.
99.
Yeah, some start, isn't it? The crowd were really excited to see these two enter the arena. And already, it's brilliant stuff. Shaun Murphy's form, like any player, sort of come and gone over the years, but he's never sort of shrunk from the spotlight. He always likes to go out there and do his thing. Couldn't quite nudge that red, but this is about as well as you can start. First shot,
107.
he nailed the long red, he's made the century. It's his second of the day, and it's just shown Judd Trump how good he's feeling tonight. What a start then from Shaun Murphy. He leads this group final 1-0. Shaun Murphy looking for a third appearance in the semis, and Judd Trump, it would be his 6th and 5th in a row. So, you know, he's been one of the form men of this tournament in recent times. But in frame 1, he had one shot.
Well, this was well struck. And I think when he hit it, I thought it had a chance. I think the black's available to left corner. Tricky little red, this. Yeah, it wasn't easy.
One.
He could be tempted to play a direct screw from the yellow into the bunch here. There's no reds available. Yeah, I've decided to play the loose red. But you see the path that the cue ball's taken down the table. Could have gone into the reds.
3.
I suppose the fact that he knows the black goes to the left corner would have made his mind up.
4. Eleven. Twelve.
He's got options here. Doesn't look there's a lot that goes to the right corner pocket. The red to the left of the black goes into the right corner. Well, have to use 3 cushions to get on that one. And he's played off just the 2 cushions. It's caught the jaw of the middle pocket, so
17.
it may be plant time. You can see it's not lined up to the pocket, but he's coming at it from the right angle. So I fancy him for this.
18.
I think what makes him quite intimidating, Murphy, every pot is full-blooded. He commits to everything he goes for. We've seen it already with the very first shot he played in this match, which led to the century.
Yeah, he cues with such authority, and I think that can be quite intimidating if you're in your chair. I don't think Judd's intimidated, as he said in the interview. He loves being the
23.
target. He loves being the favourite, the one to beat. But for maybe players down the rankings, it can be quite intimidating to watch, because every ball is hitting the back of the pocket, the middle of the pocket.
Well, he's having to accept that the break's over here.
Shaun, 23.
Trump won 4-0 this afternoon against Bypat. Of course, she doesn't have the experience at this level, so couldn't necessarily gauge his form from that result. But of course, we've got plenty to go on this season. The 3 ranking events in a row he won. We know that he's having a tremendous campaign.
Just got to be careful with this shot. It doesn't promote another red towards that left corner pocket here. It's too thick. And I don't think Shaun is in the mood to turn anything down, especially this. Well, maybe the fact he's bridging over the green may put him off, but I think he fancies potting anything that he looks at tonight.
Well, I think he'd see that as a chance miss because he forced the mistake from Trump with a good safety of his own. Yeah, worse still for Murphy, of course, it offered up the chance for Trump, so that's the first ball he's potted tonight.
Yeah, with the cue ball landing quite close to that left cushion, it's just stopping him manoeuvring the cue ball the way you'd like. Got to aim down on this, which makes this brown missable. The red to the right of the pink is the obvious one to try and get on the right corner if you're playing the brown. You think one good shot here and he's in, because look at the reds. It's always hard to control.
5.
I mean, he's got a red to right corner, and he may even be able to play for the black to the left corner. But wow, this is tough. That was not a nice shot to play.
Judd, trump 5.
And I think he's left the red that's just to the left of the black.
It's one of these matchups, though, where nothing's going to be turned down. There's a little bit of almost bravado there. Okay, you're taking them on, I'm taking them on, but not everybody can pot everything. It wasn't easy.
One.
I mean, Murphy, in a way, was kind of the forerunner to Trump, wasn't he, when he won the World Championship as a qualifier in 2005. He came out playing an extraordinary attacking game, knocking in long balls all the 17 days.
Four.
Yeah, I think their games are quite compatible. I think they know coming into tonight that they're both going to get chances from
5.
the other because of the way they play. They're not going to turn much down. So it's basically just a shootout, basically, to see who can take their chances the best.
Eleven. 12.
Yeah, Trump actually drew Murphy on his Crucible debut. He was only 17 back in 2007, and he really was a potter then. He went for everything, whether it was on or not. He just went for everything, but of course he's
90.
matured into a terrific all-round player. But Murphy's got that sort of stomp on tonight, hasn't he? He means business.
26. 27. 34. 35.
So this is the ball. It's going to get him to 2-0.
$42. 43.
Doesn't waste much time, does he? 19 seconds is average shot time at the moment. He virtually started his waggles before he even gets down, really. You watch the cues going before his chin gets to the cue. It's quite unique, actually.
$50. 51.
Look, the balls are hitting the middles of the pockets. It's very impressive stuff. He's up for this tonight.
$58. 59.
'Obviously he's got to deal with this red first, but there's
66.
just enough on for a second century. Yeah, every chance.
67.
And then he misses that.
Shaun Murphy,
But
67.
terrific start for Shaun Murphy. Judd Trump did have that chance. He missed that tricky red to right corner. Murphy responded with 67. He's not happy, is he? Missing the century, but at least 2-0. Well, he's come round to look at the plan.
I've got a lot of idea where the cue ball's going to end up.
One.
But that red ending up over the yellow pocket certainly makes it easy. I said, doesn't have to do a lot with this cue ball, even though it's quite close to the cushion.
Yellow ball. Three.
As I say, it's been one-sided so far. But of course, these matches can turn at any moment. Murphy on top at the moment, wants to press home that advantage.
Four.
He does have great presence around the table. That's not something I think you can manufacture. He just has it. Comes from his own self-confidence and indeed his love of being out there and entertaining.
Eleven. Twelve.
You have to say Judd was a little bit unlucky to leave that plant on off
90.
the break, but still needed potting. And well, Shaun Murphy's off again.
20.
In Judd's run of 22 or so matches to win those 3 tournaments, he won an awful lot of matches from behind. He's going to need that ability again tonight, it looks like.
27.
But the way Shaun's starting this match, he's going to have to do something pretty special, Judd, to get back into it.
$28.
See Shaun standing right behind the line between the black and the corner pocket to find that potting point.
$35. $36.
thing is, Trump hasn't done much wrong, has he? You know, he's broken off. Murphy's made 100. He missed a tricky red in frame 2. Didn't get another shot. Here he's broken off. Was a bit unlucky to leave a plant on. And he's wondering now, will he be back to the table or will it be 3-0? Got to keep himself focused in case the chance comes.
38. $39. $43. $44.
2 reds directly above the black. Just wants to flick the right hand side, one of those. Quite a full contact on it. Almost a stun, won't be a screw shot. It's just hitting everything perfectly. Everything perfectly. Wonderful snooker.
51.
Out of absolutely nowhere, he's missed that. Now that is a
Shaun
moment
Murphy,
to
51.
log, because we might look back on it later. If Trump wins the match, this is where it starts. This miss. 51-point lead. Red's nicely open. Frame's at his mercy.
One.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in this arena, including Shaun himself, saw that coming.
Six.
Yeah, just maybe a little bit of right hand side, check side. Just push the cue ball over slightly to miss it thick.
7.
Obviously big pressure on this visit, having sat out most of the first 2.5 frames,
Well,
but when you've got 3 victories, recent victories behind you, it gives you so much confidence to do this clearance.
$30. $20. $21.
These are the frames that really make a difference, even so early in a match, because he just wasn't getting any look in. Murphy was looking $1 million. I say the work that players have to do in the chair watching on, we sometimes, you know, cut to them and they look in absolute bits
28.
even early in a match. Trump was just watching, focused, in case the chance came, and it's come.
29. $36. 37. Forty-two. Forty-three.
Yeah, this is very impressive so far. Just needs to close it out now. One of those visits where he knows he has to take it out because Murphy, okay, did miss.
46.
And it was a big mistake, but in general, he's cued superbly. So any mistakes that come along, Trump has to punish.
48.
Yeah, as I said, having that belief of all those victories, all those matches won, the amount of clearances you would have
51.
had to do in the last month or so. This has been, well, he's made it look pretty routine. Say he's been sat out of this match so far tonight.
55.
Cool as a cucumber.
Well, some start, isn't it? I mean, we've only been going 37 minutes. It's already an electrifying match.
60.
Trump grateful for the chance, but then he had to take it, make sure Murphy think about the ready miss to this corner pocket. It was very costly. That is such a cool clearance from Judd Trump. He's going to pop the black as well. Shut out for 2.5 frames, but stepped in and made the clearance. What a match already. Shaun Murphy could have been 3-0 up, but his lead is cut to 2-1. So already after 37 minutes, this is the pre-interval frame. What a pot, the cue ball. Is it going to hang on? Just about.
It's almost identical to a pot that Barry Hawkins potted earlier on in the week.
Rainbow.
He then potted on a very good green to left middle. Judd's not going to take the green on.
Judd Trump 1.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, Murphy's monopolised the table so far, 75% table time, but of course he did falter in that last frame, opened the door for Trump. Trump just didn't get the snooker, but again, Murphy just, you can just see the change already here. Okay, didn't look like he's left him in there, but didn't quite hit that one as intended. Just one shot has just changed things for now in this match. Suddenly Trump knocking in long reds and Murphy looking a bit quizzical.
Yeah, always the case. It's always the easy shots that cost you. Never the difficult ones. I read that the way he was playing, you could almost take for granted.
Great crowding again this evening. This is the third year here in Bolton. Judd Trump was the winner 2 years ago. Runner-up last year to O'Sullivan.
red that's blocking the path to the one over the pocket, that's the one he's looking to pot. You can see he hasn't got a full pocket to aim at. So this is going to be very, very accurate. Again, big shot to take on. I wouldn't disagree with the shot choice, the way he's been playing. Not at all.
I think as well you see matches sometimes when players set their stall out right from the off to go for them. It's like you can't back away after that. Show your opponent maybe you're not as confident.
One.
So Judd Trump in, he's made 44 centuries this season. He made 45 the whole last, so that just shows you the terrific run of form he's been on. He's been doing the heavy hitting.
That's a little bit careless.
6.
I think the red that he cannon still goes to left corner, possibly. Although looking at the body language, he's not happy about it. Doesn't.
He is good at recovery pots. I suppose the idea is not to have to play them, but he can get them, and he got that one.
Ten.
No, he can play for the black. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like the black will go back in its own
11.
spot. I think it will go in the pink spot. But it's just congested, isn't it, around that area of the table. It's not easy to get perfect position to get going in this break. That was a better shot than it looked,
18.
actually. And he can play for the black to left middle. So just slowly but surely he's managing to get these balls into a position where he can win the frame at this visit.
90.
Just a little bit hampered by the red here for the black in the middle. Shouldn't be a problem. Just makes it missable. When he's playing this well, Judd, you just get the impression he just refuses to leave the table
26.
until the frame is won. Doesn't matter how difficult the pots are.
Twenty-seven. 30.
Well, looking at that view there, I think the black's available to right middle as well. Decided to play the screw shot, and he'll be too disappointed with that. I think that's end of break.
37.
Just didn't find the gap for the two reds that are on the black spot to the right corner.
Judge round 37.
There's a decent lead he's got, but I just never felt he was totally in control in that break. He had to work really hard.
I'll be happy enough. That red could have finished anywhere. One of these matches where every moment seems big. And again here, Trump was in with a chance to make a frame-winning break. He's only 38 in front.
Yeah, he missed the previous one. You never really expected him to miss two in a row, the way he's been queuing today. Good chance for a counter-attack here. He may decide to go into the pink and three reds off his blue.
Six. Seven.
So Judd Trump with a pot success of 95%, wondering if he's going to be 3-1 down at the interval. It's a tough school, this.
$15.
He's not got right angle to blue, so on a pink that he didn't really want to be playing. Ooh, not the cleanest pot, but it's in. But it just puts that little, when you're forced to play a colour you didn't want to go for, it just puts that little bit of doubt in your mind.
22. 28. 29.
A strange one. Don't expect him to miss this pink in the middle, but it does give him a natural angle to drop on the red. Doesn't want to be straight though.
35.
Couple of options here. Could play top spin and take the cue ball off the knuckles, or he could screw off the other red that's on the cushion here. Oh, just missed a little flick, but he had the side on.
36.
It's still a great shot. So well cued. I love just a little flick on that red there. Just as it's going by here. Played it. Hmm.
43. 44.
Nah, this is great stuff, this match. It really is. Some really great shots being played by both players. Not got the greatest angle on pink or black to get on the last red. Just queuing up there as if he wasn't even going to play for the red. Going to put the pink in the middle and then possibly play the snooker, send the red up the table, cue ball behind the black.
Well, there's not been a lot of safety tonight. Hasn't needed to be, but now this little duel to come is
50.
going to decide whether it's 3-1 Murphy or 2-2.
Shaun Murphy, 50.
Well, a great visit to the table. He'll be a little bit disappointed he's not got Judd in a snooker.
Faintest of touches. Sort of feels like Red Bull game, the way the colours are set. Whoever pots the red is a big favourite. We'll see.
Foul. Anonymous. Judd from 4. Judd.
Well, it looks from there that possibly the natural angle of the baulk cushion has been blocked to play the similar shot than what he just played, Shaun. Obviously got a better view than us. Yeah, he's going to have to manipulate the cue ball here. Needs a bit of luck. Needs a bit of luck and he's got it.
Yes, and that's the great unknown quantity, isn't it, in any match, and certainly in an important exchange like this, who gets the little bit of running at the right time. Been a fascinating hour of snooker, this. High quality, and now, in this frame, dramatic, setting the tone, going to the interval.
Red could go close to the left middle here. Got it the other side. I think he's left it. Has he? Breathes a sigh of relief. Judd trump.
Trump, I'm sure, expects that to be end of frame. It's up to Shaun Murphy, who's won in the end the safety battle. To put it away 3-1, he'd be more than satisfied. Of course, he could have been 3-0 up, but this frame, having lost the last the way he did, was important.
1.
So Trump was making the running in it. He lost position initially on 37. Shaun Murphy made 50, and now it's in his hands.
Yeah, we'd like to be finished the other side of the blue, but it shouldn't be a problem getting nice on the yellow. Yeah, that's okay. It's quite a comfortable shot, this. Little dab of run inside, right-hand side to come off 2 cushions for the green to its own pocket. Good play for the green into the same pocket if he wants. But no, played the first shot. Yeah, well played.
So it's green and brown required for a 2-frame interval advantage. It's been a great start. I'm sure it will continue in the same vein. Just checking the score. Doing the maths. Brown, the 3-1. Came out right from the first shot, looking confident, cueing beautifully. Made a century in frame 1 from the Trump break-off. Dominated the second and had that great chance leading in the third before Trump took advantage of the misread with a 73 clearance. This by far the longest frame and the most dramatic. Trump lost the safety battle and he's lost the frame. So it's been high quality stuff between these two great entertainers of our sport. Former winners both of the Champion of Champions at the interval in this best of 11 frame encounter. Shaun Murphy leads Judd Trump.
The crunch half of the match begins. You know, merely by turning up in Bolton, Trump took his prize money for the season, over £400,000. It's been a golden time. But he's only satisfied with trophies, and if he's to remain in contention for this one, he has to put in a special second half. Capable of doing so, but Murphy will be tough to budge.
Yeah, terrific atmosphere there tonight as the players re-entered the arena.
Rainbow.
Huge roar. Oh, it's not been like him of late to miss that type of shot. Yes, he had to power it, but we know he has plenty of that in reserve.
One.
Murphy's most recent victory over Trump was over this distance. 6-5 in the last
8.
16 of the UK Championship last season. Then he was
9.
5-3 down. Roared back to win. Trump scoring 5 points in total in the last 3 frames. This time Murphy has to bear the pressure of being the front runner.
16. 17. 24.
Yeah, it's been an incredible period of domination by Judd, hasn't it, of late, obviously. But the thing about the modern game with the players that are going about, there's always someone ready to step up with the talent and the tenacity to take you on. Yeah, it's good to see Shaun looking very tuned in tonight, and he's played lovely so far, hasn't he? That was an important frame, the one before the interval. He's getting it done because he would have felt, would have deserved a 3-1 advantage.
Horrible implement this, the swan neck. But it serves a purpose.
Yeah, Shaun's not culpable of anything here. That was a terrific shot. Known in the trade as a good baden. A perfectly good shot, that. I was disappointed, these fellas, when they don't
Shaun Murphy, 32.
win frames in one hit, but you can't do it all the time. But a good safety. Keep Judd pinned back for the time being. Wonder if he has designs on a 4-ball plant here. Yeah, well played.
Rambo.
Now you just got to nail this cue ball tight to it, the brown. Well done.
Judd Trump 1.
Yeah, the shot made easier by the close position of brown and green. Murphy's in trouble here. He was in trouble. Millimetre perfect.
Yeah, that was your old landing like a butterfly with sore feet, wasn't it, on the red? Beautiful shot.
I was thinking, though, even before the interval, Alan, isn't this match what the Champion of Champions is all about? Pitting the best against each other in a one-table environment for a big prize. It's a quarter-final, it could be a final.
That's about as wild as it gets in the Shaun Murphy queue. Or queues. Yeah, very fortunate. Just got Judd on the ropes at the moment. 4-1 wouldn't be insurmountable. And he's very much got his back to the wall.
One.
Well, one bad turn deserves another.
Well, that wasn't naughty snooker, that was detention snooker.
Yeah, that could be not
4.
just a game or a frame changer, that could be a match changer.
Five.
What an outrageous, outlandish fluke it was, and it could lead, as Alan said, to plenty.
Yeah, it looks even more outlandish from this view,
12.
doesn't it?
13.
This was Murphy's reaction. Yeah, resigned. You know, in the 80s, a large group of professional players were convinced that Steve Davis was lucky. In the 90s, they were convinced that Stephen Hendry was lucky. And these days, you hear people say Judd Trump is lucky. Of course he isn't.
21.
But in that instance, boy, he was.
Yes, I agree about the Stephen thing. They were lucky and good. More good than lucky, you've got to say, absolutely.
28.
A lot of players down the years, it's easy to feel a wee bit of guilt when you get such a fluke like that, but Judd feels absolutely no remorse when that happens.
29.
You've got to make it count. Yes, and if frame 3 is anything to go by, it was a similar-ish position.
31.
Yes, he trailed by a few more at
32.
the time, Judd, but when he got his chance like this, made no mistake.
Just thinking about that famous Gary Player quote, the more I practice, the luckier I get. He
39.
must have put in 18 hours straight to get that fluke.
40.
Yeah, this sort of visit, it looks like breakfast, lunch and dinner, doesn't it, for Judd Trump? But this is where the 22
46.
wins in a row come in handy.
47.
He's been used to doing it, and when you get into that habit of clearing up, which he's been doing in the last 5 or 6 weeks, it just becomes another day at the office and just roll on and keep
53.
ploughing on. But Shaun, you've got to remain positive, playing lovely himself.
54.
The yellow is frame ball.
57. 59.
I love the fact he's done this. This is how it's supposed to be. No room for guilt.
Yeah, the flick's one thing, but you knew that Judd was going to always remain positive. Staying positive doesn't guarantee things will turn out okay.
66.
As long as you're okay with how things turn out. And you're not fretting about
71.
falling behind in matches, anything like that. You just keep ploughing on, and he's gotten the job done again.
77.
Back to one behind.
It was fluky, then it was fabulous. And the frame falls to Judd Trump. Shaun Murphy's lead halved. It's now 3-2.